One message, one mission, one tribe on the rise, with vision in our minds and fire in our eyes. You help one, you help all, it's a powerful chain. And the more you give, the more you gain. Good business karma, the heart of our flow. We rise together and together we grow. From connection to legacy, we're blazing through. What we give today comes back brand new. Yeah, it's good business karma, pure and real. We give with soul and close every deal.
All right, welcome everyone to the Good Business Karma Network. So we created this event because we want to create an environment where we can network and with entrepreneurs and professionals who want to give value to others. So here in GBK, we believe opportunities come to you when you open up opportunities for others. So our objective here is to learn how we can support one another. This event is going to be 1 hour, composed of 2 breakout rooms running at 10 minutes each, and there's going to be a 15-minute presentation by our good friend Mike McQuillan. But first, we will do some introductions, and it's going to be in this format: name, name of business, location, and a short tagline about your business. So if you want to attract good business karma, listen to others and see who you can support, because supporting others comes back one way or another. So I'm going to kick it off with myself. So hi, everyone. My name is John Javier. I'm with Good Business Karma. I'm based in Manila, Philippines, and the short tagline about our business is expanding our collaborative network. So next we go with Lisa Heinzelman, Coach Hess, and Joe Perez.
Hi there, Lisa Heinzelman with Illuminations Consulting, coming to you from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And I'm all about helping you to grow your business today.
Hey, hello everyone, and welcome to the desk of Coach Hess LLC, located in Katy, Texas. Accelerate your success with Coach Hess.
There you go.
Joe
Who's
Perez,
next?
based here in Tampa, Florida, the Global Digital Solutions. And we actually increase your conversion.
Wonderful. Next we go with Keith Brad, Rich Beyer, and Brian Gregory.
So this is Keith Bratt from Rochester, New York, founder of Kalen Sales Development, and I've been trying to work on a tagline. And I help small businesses and entrepreneurs stop selling like it's 1985.
Love that. Good morning, everybody. This is Rich Beyer. I am speaking to you from New York City. I'm a brand designer. I help you stand out from the crowd. And how do we do that? We do that with kick-ass branding design.
Brian.
Hey, everybody. This is Brian Gregory. My first time here. The business is called Yes Press. I get people on page 1 of Google, Bing, and Yahoo in a matter of days, guaranteed or your money back. Here to help small businesses and entrepreneurs rise up in search so that you are seen.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Next we go with Halle Hushim, Sid Singh, and Susan de Robertis.
Good day, everyone. I'm Halle, like hallelujah. But what I do, have you ever gotten a feeling that you can't get out of bed, whether it's a cold or a flu or body ache or pain? Well, that's what I do. I simplify so you can live your life in quality with your enthusiasm and energy. Thank you. Healthspanwithhalle.com.
Happy Monday, beautiful people. Sid Singh from Mississauga, Ontario, in our little country of Canada. I'm your small business solution specialist with a company called Legal Shield. And for those of you that haven't heard of us, I'd love to meet with you. Our tagline is worry less, live more with our amazing membership. Thank you. Thank you. Back to you.
Hi, I'm Susan DeRobertis, zooming in from Westchester, New York. Name of my business is SDR Consulting. Are you leading a business that constantly pulls you into fires, stress, and uncertainty? As a former CFO and business strategist, I'm the fixer that leaders call when they need results. Go from confusion to clarity, from fear to confidence, and from flat profits to meaningful growth.
Wonderful. Next, we go with Robert Butwin, Anissa Zakuti, and John DePrince.
Robert Butwin, Santa Rosa, California. Company is Success Strategies. What I do is I'm a results acceleration strategist by giving you more visibility, credibility, and connectivity.
Anissa.
Anissa Zikuti from France. I'm in Lyon, France. And I work with the business owners to help them reclaim their best energy and health as their main business asset.
Oh, John, you're in mute. You're in mute.
Hey everybody, John DePrince with Focal Point Business Leadership Coaching for law firms and attorneys. I help them grow their practices by running it like a business and focusing on what truly matters. And I'm calling in from Ardmore, Pennsylvania, which is about 30 minutes outside of Philadelphia.
Wonderful. Next, we go with Bert Levy, Michael Hamilton, and Yan McKenna.
Hey, good morning, everyone. I'm Bert Levy with Revenue Mountain in 1 Degree, Chicago, Illinois. My business is focused on helping business owners grow their revenue through the effective use and procurement of the right technology solutions and strategies.
Hey everyone, I'm Michael, and what I do most is provide nonprofits help as well as give free benefits to businesses in the United States, which is supplemental to save about $700 per employee per year.
Yan, your turn.
Hi, sorry, my laptop is a bit slow today, but I work at McKenna Digital. If your website is slow and mobile, not ranking in Google, getting traffic with no inquiries, showing confusing or unreliable data, or if you're just paying for SEO without any real results, it's costing you money. We make sure underperforming websites are making money and generating more leads. And that's what we do. We're based in Aberdeen, but we have clients across the globe. So yeah, that's what McKenna Digital is about.
Wonderful. And next we have Lena Seekett and our presenter for today, Mike McQuillan.
Hello, everybody. Happy Monday and wishing you all a meaningful MLK Day. I'm Lena Sikat. I'm with the FlexWork Services and we are based in the Philippines. And our tagline would be simplifying tasks, amplifying results.
Mike McQuillan, I'm the speaker today. I'm going to test out my opening line, see if it resonates with you. So here we go. How would you like to ruin your next presentation in only one sentence? Okay, you like it good. I'm going to open my speech with that. Forget you just heard it. I'm going to crush it in about 15 minutes.
All right, wonderful. Now we're jumping into our first breakout room. Kindly assign a leader. This person's job is to keep time. Everybody gets 1 minute to talk about their business. And then it's a free-for-all conversation. If you run out of ideas on what to talk about, try to see how you can be curious about other people's business or talk about initiatives that you want to do for 2026. Enjoy the breakout rooms.
Uh-oh. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
How's everyone doing today?
Getting in there. Tell you what,
Warm thoughts.
I missed that. All of a sudden, everything went dark.
Since I'm the
You're
speaker.
blind. Great. You're blind. But you can hear at least. Excellent.
Now, is that a picture, Rich, or is that just a graphic you did?
No, this is actually this is the I just had it in my head and I just forgot it. It's actually one of my favorite spots in Manhattan. It's the Consolidated Power Company building. And this is just a blow into their sign, like a close up into their sign.
I like it.
Yeah.
Close up on purpose to avoid copyright problems.
No, not at all. I just love this. I love the building. I love everything about it. It's on a very hidden little street. Like you would have to stumble upon this if you didn't know it. And it's just a very serene little space that I just happen to
Your sweet spot.
have it.
I follow you.
So I live in Manhattan, and I have a many little coveted spots that where you'd never find me.
Well, New York is pretty saturated anyways. It's a state.
I'm sorry?
New York is a very saturated state, even though by population, Florida is outweighing it now, which is bizarre.
Well, New York, most of New York State, there's a whole lot of nothing. A lot of people underestimate just how rural that state really is. Once you cross that Hudson River, and you kind of go. I went to school up in Cortland. It's nice up there, I tell you.
The irony is I've never been to New York in my life. I lived in Chicago for a year. I've been down here in Florida for 30 years, which is irony in this whole thing. And I was born in Ohio. And though that this business is kind of fresh, but I've been doing the technical side of business itself for almost 3 decades. It's astonishing, actually, how states I've never been visited yet, like California, New York, even Texas, I've only flown through. The diversions and diversities of all these states that I've never even visited, only seen on screens. That's it, either in a movie or on TV or whatever.
Alrighty, yeah. Well, before I say anything about Texas, Michael, where are you from?
Yeah, really.
Canada. I'm actually
outside
of
you don't
Toronto.
count.
Well, I've been to most of the United States. I've never crossed the pond, but like north, south, I've been everywhere in Canada, most places in the United States, most places in Mexico, most places in Brazil.
Wow.
How about that?
Yeah.
You Toronto or what part? What part?
Well, I was in Toronto proper. Now I'm out in Kitchener, so about an hour outside of Toronto. My mom's getting older, so it just got to be a little bit more accessible.
I can understand that completely. We got to sacrifice for our mothers.
100%. 100%. Why don't you guys give the rundown? Give the 1 minute. Everybody gets the 1 minute and grab your time.
We don't have a timer on this at all, so you go for it, dude.
I'll run the timer.
Well, I take less than a minute. I basically do. I work with nonprofits. I build free websites, give them free CRM if they're going to use it. And then also I give no cost benefits to companies in the United States with 2 or more employees. It's a wellness benefit. So even if you have benefits already, it's just stacks on top. It's a FICA tax savings thing. So company makes about $700 plus for every employee savings, and employees go home with more money. That's it. So everything I do is free.
Well, that's a hell of a business model, huh?
He's in competition with Red Cross and all the other nonprofits out there on the globe.
Well, the nonprofits I support. So the nonprofits actually become partners of us because we pay them to give us referrals.
I follow you.
You got a charmed life there, Michael, all over the world in business. Anyway, you gotta be the speaker next week. What the hell you're talking about? All right, Joe Perez, bring some sense to this. Go for it.
Bring some sense. Well, my Leo is not my name, but it is the roar for businesses to actually get their roar back, because the fact that actually too many struggling with how they can actually start to bank. So they sometimes overspend themselves. The thing that we do is more with the technology of exposure, basically to get that voice back out there. Social media is galore. It cannot be a hindrance. People get afraid to get probably even lost and confused, don't know how to do it. That's where we step in. That way we can actually assist with the website, exposure, traction, the coding side of it, and even to get an AI in the middle of the damn thing so that can actually use that leverage tool. Information is already in the chat, so if you want a one-on-one, so we can discuss more, feel free. Oh, John comes in, really?
Wow. Please continue what you're doing.
We're doing good, man. Go ahead, Rich.
Oh, sure. Just as John comes in, right?
Yeah, why not?
Good morning, everybody. So I design brands. What does that mean? I work with small businesses to help them with the face. So Joe is helping with the infrastructure of all that. I'm the makeup, the makeup guy, if you will, hair and makeup. And I've been doing this, well, as it were. And 26 years I've been doing this. Started when AOL and Netscape were the cutting edge softwares of the time. So I've seen a lot of changes. Still have my first client from way back when, redoing their latest site now. Rich Buyer, keeper of the brand.
Nice. 15
All right.
seconds, dude. No, that's not even worth the 15 seconds, really.
Yeah, we'll give it to the charity of your choice.
I pass it along.
All
Good,
right.
Mike.
Que viva la, as we say here in Peru, que viva la corrupción. Give myself a minute and 1 second. Let me tell you a little something about myself. I am a former world record holder. I am an international speaker. I am a renowned photojournalist. My work has been featured around the world. I am a scholar. Every credential you just heard is 100% true and 99% bullshit. I'm an award-winning speaker. I'm a Toastmaster. You get awards every week. You win table topics. Okay, I'm an international speaker. I live in Peru. I'm on a Zoom call in the Philippines and the United States and Canada. That makes me an international speaker. A world record holder. I held the record for the world's largest Macarena with 51,000 people. It was the world's largest group dance, and then the Indiana State Fair beat us by dancing the Funky Chicken a couple of weeks later. The point being, most credentials are fake. So when people try and impress you with them, don't worry about it. It's all just trying to scare you away from your business.
As they say in Mexico, no mames way. I used to live in Mexico City, by the way, for 3 years. So no mames way. John, we already know what you do, but you can go ahead.
No mama's way. What is that?
That's a Mexican term. I'll let you look that one up. Very street. Very street. Or as we say in Cuba, pa la mierda. That maybe you understand better.
There you go. Dice el miércoles to the Wednesday.
Yeah.
Miércoles.
Ay, miércoles. O para joderse.
No. Well, that one's not very slang now, is it?
No. That's Spaniard, I think. That's what most Cubans adopt, those Spanish actual bad words. Oh man, I don't think we have anything unique to ourselves. Even the Puerto Rican cousins don't even have anything unique. It's like we copy too many people.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep.
60-second
I
countdown.
think we have our own salsa, but you know.
I better get ready. I'll put some socks on. Look official.
There you go. By the way, John, thanks for bringing me back in here, brother.
Absolutely. Yeah, please connect with each other on LinkedIn if you haven't met each other yet. And I think, it makes sense to do a one-on-one to explore collaborations, right? So,
yep,
100%.
All right. So,
I love the bald, but the bald still runs and wins.
Same. God's haircut. God's
Love
haircut.
It.
I'm saving like $20.
The beard,
$20
the beard
a month
still
at least.
kills, though, man. Come on, Mike.
Yep. Yeah, the grays are coming in though now. Oh no!
Shut up. I'm trying to color it.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah. Nobody warned me about turning 50. You're like, oh.
Okay, I'm that close to 60, so shut up.
Okay. Welcome back, everybody. So I hope your breakout room went well, but before I proceed to ours, yeah, that's great. Before we proceed to our speaker for today, I'll be taking a quick screenshot for our social media post. So may I ask everybody to please have your cameras ready and your poses ready. I'll be taking it in 3, 2, 1, smile. Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. John, you're muted.
Okay. All right. So for our presenter for today, he's combined fitness expertise with communication mastery. A Marine Corps veteran and founder of Fit Presenter, he has over 20 years in the fitness industry as a trainer, coach, and educator. He's also a certified world-class speaking coach, helping professionals deliver presentations that inspire action. Please welcome Mike McQuillan.
Recording in progress.
Recording in progress. Nice crowd today. How would you like to ruin your next presentation in only one sentence? Oh, come on. You laughed at it last time. I was like, oh, that again, huh? Okay, well, here's the one sentence that I hear people lead off a presentation, and it just about kills the mood and kills off the audience. That one sentence is, let me tell you a little something about myself. Everything that you say is a little something about yourself. Now, we have some new people in this room. I've been talking for probably 20 seconds. You already know a whole lot about me. I don't mean the credentials that John was kind enough to share. I'm talking about, you know, what kind of person I am. You know, I'm a loudmouth. You know, I'm a wise ass. I know how to laugh at myself. And maybe that might be some speaking qualities that you want to include when promoting your business. Maybe, maybe not, but at least that's how I weed out people I don't want to work with. Not bad, right? Not bad for 20 or 30 seconds of speaking, saying nothing about myself and my background. So in this, do I have my socks on? Rich, that is confidential. I'll get it to you in the time. That's a callback to our breakout room. And yes, I'm wearing socks. One more thing about me that you know. So I want to go over some of the things, what not to say about yourself in a presentation first. And then we'll empty and then we'll fill it in. Talk about some of the things that people are typical to put into a presentation and why. Let me see, I'll do my best to convince you not to do that. When I see people talk about themselves, what's the first thing they do? They share their screen, which again, we're going to disagree on screen shares. You do you. But when you share your screen and show a picture of yourself, what should I be looking at? Should I be looking at the real you or the picture of you? Hey, look, it's a picture of me. I'm petting a donkey. If you came to my last workshop, you know what that's all about. Now, what do I expect you to look at? The real me or the picture of me? Now, you might be thinking, Mike, which one is you? I'm the one with the hat on. You probably didn't recognize me because I'm not wearing a hat, but I am wearing socks. The point being that once you start talking about yourself, you're getting your audience distracted. If you put up a picture of yourself, what should I be looking at? The real you or the picture of you? I've seen this. I'm not making this up. I've seen people share their screen or put up a slide, and in that slide is a picture of themselves speaking. And in that picture of themselves speaking, they're showing a picture of themselves. A picture of themselves. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever done that? Well, if you have, it's okay. You don't have to confess, but know from now on, if you get up in front of that audience to boast, if you're up there to tell that audience how great you are, that tells me two things. One of two things. Either, one, you want to assert yourself as being superior to your audience, or you don't think you're good enough and you're trying to earn that audience's approval. Now, speaking for myself, it's a big milestone. If you're on my MailChimp, you read my message about my message on MailChimp this week was all about using the stage to gain people's approval, to gain validation. And what I say instead of validation, value over validation. Instead of seeking validation from your audience, give them value. I'd like you to think about this, write it down if you'd like, but what value do you give to your audience? How are they going to be better off once they hear you speak? Are you going to be better off if I tell you about the time I won the school spelling bee in 5th grade? By the way, I won the school spelling bee in 5th grade. Now, if I had led off with that, would you have now Holly's excited? Like, yes, she's such a supporter. But does that help you? That's a silly one. But how many times you hear this? I am a best-selling author. What was my winning word? Well, persistence. ENCE. Actually, there's a story behind that, Rich, but you have to come to my workshop to hear the whole story. Not only are credentials, leading with your credentials, self-serving to a point that the audience doesn't get any value from it, but a lot of times these credentials are inflated. I'll give you an example. Have you ever heard, I am a best-selling author? So what's more important? What's in the book or the fact that you wrote it? If you wrote a book, and you better damn well tell me what's in it. Not everything, but tell me something about what's in it. The fact that it's a bestseller is a coincidence. A little something about bestsellers. To be a bestseller, you know how you do that? You put it on Amazon at 11:59 p.m. Or is it 12:01? I don't know the whole thing. You make a category that doesn't exist. You buy one copy of your own book for 99 cents, and presto whammo, you are a best-selling author. So if you ever go to a meeting where people say, I am a best-selling author, or even better, I am an international best-selling author, that is a fake Fugazi credential. They paid for it, and they paid for it for 99 cents. And even worse, some people will buy a chapter in a book. I'm going to write a book called All the Lovey-Doveyness of Life. And Susan, you can buy a chapter. Michael, you can buy a chapter. Anissa, you can buy a chapter. You pay me $2,000, up to $5,000, write 10 pages. I put it in my book. I sell it for $1. You don't get any of that money. You become an international bestseller, and nobody cares. And I see people chasing that. I see people chasing those credentials just so they can have a picture of that book behind them and say, well, here's my book. I've never read it. I didn't even write it, but here it is. And going along with that best-selling, what is another Fugazi credential? Maybe you can help me. You can unmute if you've got something else. What's another phony credential to go with the best-selling book that nobody's ever read? Anybody know?
Award-winning.
Yes, award-winning. Thank you for that, John.
I'm
Award-winning.
certified.
Yes. I'm so glad you mentioned this. You're speaking my language today. Let me see if I have this handy. I've got a nice certification for you, and I've got also, I'm an award-winning speaker. I'm a Toastmaster. Everybody's an award-winning speaker. And Toastmasters, you vote, everybody gets an award. And then the certification, let me find my certification here. Oh, where is it? Come on, here we go. No, that's it. Oh, here's my award. This is me as the best table topic speaker of a recent meeting I went to. And the image of myself is added later. Then I also have a certification around here somewhere. Of course, here it is. I am a certified excellence coach. This is presented to Your Excellency for establishing yourself as a thought leader, entrepreneur, philanthropist, and keeper of the highest plane of consciousness. And I hear people leading off that presentation. If you want that certification, I'll be happy to send it to you with your name on it. We'll discuss a nominal fee later. Even if you have legitimate credentials, like your education, your number of years experience in corporate America, some of the legitimate awards you might have won. Do you want your audience to know that? There's a way to do it. And the way you do that is you probably knew I was leading to this. Any credentials that are worth sharing, that your audience needs to know to establish credibility, there's a way to do that. The first thing your audience needs to know is your genuine concern for them. That is your number one credential. Your genuine concern for them, the problems you solve, and the solutions you offer. Now, this is a trick question, so I'm not going to ask you to answer out loud. What is more important in a presentation, the problems or the solutions? In a presentation, what matters more is I totally baited you, Holly. The problem. Your ability to solve problems, they pay for the solution. When they hear you speak, it's your genuine empathy and compassion and understanding of their problems. Your ability to articulate their frustrations makes you far more valuable than presenting the solutions. Because if you present the solutions in your presentation, that makes it look like the work you do is too easy and they don't really need you. If I can go problem after problem after problem, if I can address your frustrations as a speaker, I understand why you're nervous. If I say, oh, here's how you fight stage fright, well, then you don't need me. Oh, you can't think of a good idea? Here are a couple of prompts. Well, I just solved the problem. Why do you need me? Oh, you don't have good lighting? You don't know what to wear? Should you or shouldn't you wear socks? Here are 5 fashion tips. I just gave away my program. Go deep on the problem and your compassion and your empathy for their problems. Let them come to you for the solution. So your number one credential that you want to share with that audience is your understanding of their problem and your genuine concern for wanting to solve it. As for the more tangible things, like winning the school spelling bee, I use that one as a silly credential. I put that in a story. The reason I won, now, Rich, the word before the one that I won on was phonics. And there was a girl named Olivia. She and I were the last 2 in the spelling bee. And I'm telling the short version here, she intentionally spelled it wrong. She put an X on the end of it. The reason she did that is because she didn't want the spotlight. She didn't want the glory, the glamour, the attention. So she gave it to me. The purpose of me telling that story is not to put the light on me that I won a spelling bee when I was 11 years old. The purpose of me telling that story is to put the idea that most people don't want the spotlight on them, and that's why they don't want to speak. It's a speaking lesson rather than a glorification of me. So looking at what credentials to share. First off, if it's any frivolous credentials that you're just begging your audience for approval, get rid of it. If it's any way to exemplify your genuine compassion for your audience, your understanding of their problems, deeper than their own ability to articulate, that belongs in your presentation and it belongs in a story form. Any real tangible credentials for you to share with your audience that you want them to know? You got a master's degree, a PhD, you work for this company, you made $10 million, but you don't want to just put it in bullet points so they can say, wow, you're so cool. Either put it in a story. You can have your host introduce you. John put some credentials in there for me. It's a lot more modest when he shares them than me. You know the best way to put a credential into a presentation? During the Q&A. Once you give them value, once you tell them stories that have actions that can be taken, you open it up to questions. Every time they ask you a question, you can answer it with the most braggadocious, self-serving response because you've earned it. You've built up that curiosity. Who is this person? Now you get to drop the hammer. Now you get to talk about the little league trophies, the corporate victories, the sales numbers, the celebrity you met on an airplane, the children's hospital you visited, the donkey that you pet, well, that you saw the picture of the donkey. In the Q&A is when you get to just unload, fire hose that audience with all your credentials. So what do you want your audience to know about you? And why is it important? Is it important for your well-being? Are you doing it to kill time because you don't know what else to say? Or is it useful to that audience? Whatever it is about you that's useful to that audience, that's what you want to share. As to how to share that in story form, well, I've got a suggestion for you. Not a solution, but a suggestion. This week is my monthly storytelling for solopreneurs workshop, and you spoke, I listened. If you happen to be in Europe or Africa or Newfoundland and 7 o'clock in the evening Eastern time is too late for you, I'm running 2 workshops this month, and they're both this week. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern, which is this time right now. This time tomorrow, I'll be giving my workshop. And then the next one is this Thursday at 7 p.m. Now it's the same workshop both times. Choose one, or you can come to both. But I'm going to put the links in the chat for you to register. Just to let you know, if you register on Zoom, the only Zoom time I have registered is 7 o'clock Thursday, 7 p.m. But I promise this time tomorrow, the room will be open. So I'm going to put the registration link in the chat. And of course, I welcome your questions, because the more questions you have, the more credentials I have. But I just want to share this with you before I go. I am an award-winning bilingual international speaker and global educator. My work as a photojournalist has been featured in worldwide and military and civilian publications. I bring extensive radio and television broadcast experience as a host, writer, producer, and guest. In my military tenure, I was Marine of the Year. I hold a bachelor's degree, graduating cum laude, and a master's with a 3.94 unweighted GPA, and I am a celebrated student athlete. Those credentials are 100% true and 99% bullshit. There's an exaggeration in every one of those credentials, I promise. With that, I'd love to take your questions, because then I get to boast. The floor is yours.
All right. Robert, go ahead.
Okay, first of all, no questions, but a lot of comments, because what you talk about, what?
I thought you were high-fiving me. I saw your hand up.
Nah, yeah, no. But I'll high five you, because there's a lot of wisdom in what Mike shared with you. There really is. I don't care what, for the most part, is on somebody's LinkedIn. The only award that I can think of that really makes a difference, for example, Harvey he's written 8 books, 7 of them are New York Times bestsellers. That one, it takes at least minimum of $50,000. But in the meantime, I don't care about the awards. And what Mike was talking about is relevant when you do a one-on-one. Every time I do a one-on-one, I go in with 3 C's, understanding most people are confused based on what's going on. Most people are challenged, and I go in with certainty, but I want to understand what they're doing. So a lot of it carries over to the one-on-ones that people have when they're networking. Just a lot of really good information that he presented. Every time you have the opportunity. And then if you looked at his ending, there's a call to action. You should always be clear on your intention in having a conversation, because every time we get in front, whenever we have the opportunity to speak, as long as you got your purpose. So great presentation. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh, thank you, Robert. Appreciate that. And you are a street smart marketer.
Wonderful. Any other questions or comments? Anything you'd like to go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, Mike, when you're talking about, kind of frivolous awards and so on, one thing I've leveraged in my program that's been extremely successful for me, especially for retention, is that I give out frivolous awards at every one of my quarterly kickoff, right? And people love them. They put them up in their office. They think it's really important for them. For me, and people that have been with me for 4 years have got 10 awards, you know. Just saying, it works real well in that kind of light for me, and it's been very successful. So I don't want to, frivolous awards, so be it, but there's something to be said about it.
Give out, absolutely. As an educator myself, Coach Hess, being here in Lima, Peru, and having worked at institutes and universities throughout the country, in the highlands, the desert, I can tell you I love giving it. People love low-budget cornball awards, most outstanding sunglasses, the coolest hat, or more substantial awards like best contribution to the award, to the meeting. That was me name dropping all my teaching credentials there. But you're absolutely right. But if somebody leads off their presentation with, I went to Coach Hess's quarterly kickoff and I won the Outstanding Suggestion Award, they probably need some stories. So you're absolutely right. In your context, give out awards. Always praise people. Always give out awards.
Cool.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
And Mike, how can we best reach you if you want to learn some more?
You want to learn more? There are a couple of links there in the chat to register for my workshop. Now, the Zoom link will give you, there's 2 workshops, as I mentioned, one tomorrow at this time. Okay, so register on LinkedIn, you'll get the link. And then Thursday, 7 p.m. You can also hop on my calendar, but come to the workshop, experience it, do it. It's amazing.
Wonderful.
You actually get, it's not just me talking about myself. You practice your stories, you develop them, you go to breakout rooms, practice it, and the stories you work on in your workshop on Thursday, they'll be ready for your presentation Friday. In fact, if you go to my LinkedIn today, which I'll put in the chat, you can see footage from last month's workshop. We developed a story, and she said, I never thought this story was important, but now she's using it.
All right. And with that, Mike, so with that, everyone we're gonna jump to our second breakout room. Again, kind of assign a leader. Everybody gets 1 minute to talk about their business, and then it's a free for all conversation. We'll jump right back after 10 minutes. Enjoy the breakout rooms.
Hey, Keith, how are you?
There we go. Doing
There
well.
you go. I'm well, thanks. Joe, good to see you again.
Really?
Wow. Lisa,
Like I never seen you before there, Rich.
it's the luck of the draw. Lisa, good morning.
Hi there. How are you doing today?
I am well, thank you. How you doing?
Fantastic.
Awesome. So why don't you start us off, Lisa?
Sure. So, as a business owner and entrepreneur, you're passionate about what you do. You're great at your crafting your specialty, and so many times become frustrated related to all things business, marketing, and sales. So, why and how are you working not only in but on your business? Is your business working you? Are you working your business? Or have you just created another job for yourself? You do have the opportunity to work smart, achieve results, celebrate often, and have fun. How are you really providing the opportunity for your customers to buy and your clients to engage? Or are you just spending all of your time marketing, marketing, marketing without really earning one-on-ones to discover wants and needs? I'm engaging with sales and service relationship-based entrepreneurs and business owners who are passionate about what you do, great at your crafting your specialty, and really want to pursue your passion, create your reality while you're bringing value to the individuals, families, businesses, teams, and communities that you serve. So hop on my calendar today so that you get to do what you love every day. Lisa Heinzelman with Illuminations Consulting, optimizing your success.
Awesome. Wow. Joe.
I was bringing Aurora back in business. Simple enough, and my information's in the chat. How about that for simplicity and quickness?
Okay. You want to say anything more?
I mean, you and I spoke in prior breakout room itself, and ours is actually more on a technical end itself, as well as some other aspects as far as businesses to grow. We do start from entrepreneurs and go up to about 200 staffing, mostly based here in the States. I am based here in Tampa, Florida. I think Keith knows me as well. And we just basically help for businesses to grow because they could be struggling or maybe even in debt. So when they start to actually gain instead of losing. And information is in the chat.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Keith, talk to us.
Like I know, a couple of us have been on the calls before and stuff like that. Not first time meeting you, Lisa. It's a pleasure to meet you. Essentially, it's, all kidding aside, when I kind of opened up with that tagline about helping companies not sell like it's 1985. And really what I kind of focus on is again, right up from small businesses, entrepreneurs, people trying to scale their sales organization right up to organizations that might be 250 people, anywhere from 5 to 50 million manufacturing space, mainly just because of my background. But it's really trying to help modernize the sales approach through structure, through sales process and cadence that helps them systemize what they're working on to hold people accountable to make data-driven decisions, but also helping to coach and develop the individuals that are within the sales team to really understand how to sell to a buyer or a audience that consumes information much differently than they would have even 5 years ago. So, it has to be different. And one of the big things I push, and I'm actually launching a thing I'm calling Sales Kalen Sales Academy, is really trying to help people define all these structures and methodologies and things like that before they jump to implementing AI. I hear so many companies, they're like, oh, we need AI. Well, why? Well, we need to get quotes done faster. It's like, well, you need to be doing better quoting. So you're maybe quoting on the work you win versus trying to automate a process that's shitty. So essentially working them through those types of things and trying to really help modernize their sales organizations.
I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. And that's such a great lead in for what I was going to talk about today. That nobody needs me. Nobody needs my services. Why? Because you've got AI out there. AI could do all the branding for you. AI can come up with your logo. AI can come up with the layout for your website. You could probably find the cheap enough freebie out there where you can do it yourself. What you're going to get though is what looks like and sounds like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Because AI is just pulling from what's out there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, AI can't think. AI can't feel. AI can't intuit. I can. And I've been doing that for 26 years. And that's what I do for businesses is I take that burden of how are they going to present themselves? You know, if somebody's going to a gala, if a woman's going to a gala, chances are she's going to get a professional makeup job. Think of me as that. I'm the professional makeup job for your business. So that when people come to your website, perhaps that's their first point of entry to you. They heard about you. Maybe they saw you in a networking meeting. They go to your website. And if your website does not support, at the very least, support what you've talked about in a most professional way, in a consistent way, in a way that is not insulting their intelligence, in a way that's not throwing all kinds of crap at them so they don't know where to look first, so that it hones your message, it gives it to them in a very succinct manner, and it's very consistent across the board. That's what I can help you with.
Yeah, and I find a lot
We're
of times
comparable,
too is that,
actually. Yeah, I think we're all comparable.
Yeah,
And Keith, what you even
yeah,
said actually
that's
is
what I was
true
hearing.
because
Yeah.
we do work on the face side, but we also work on the back coding end over here that actually helps for traction. But yeah, it's kind of like when we go to plazas or malls, which store truly is what we're looking for to what we're going to buy? Clothing, food, books, albums. Well, now not even CDs exist anymore. Everything's streamed, but you know the point. and Keith, when you used the '80s part, man, that took me back in those days when I used to go to the malls and hang out.
mm-hmm.
And we all recognize it because you drive by a store. Well, what are you out there for? What's your mission? You out there just to go to the beach? Out there to go to the park? Out there to go to gas your car up or buy food or what? Hence the point. What is our mission? Where are we going one to A to B? Or are we just going to a friend's house or a family's house? But still, we would be passing up all kinds of signs, billboards, other cars are going to see that might have signage on their vehicles. Is it important to us or is it not? Hence the point, right? It's all about
I always look
attraction.
at that stuff.
Yeah. Well, it can be distracting too. I mean, we know our phones can distract us when we drive, but the point is, even on a public transit, still there's going to be some kind of advertisement. It's unavoidable, literally, unless you're asleep or blind.
You
Yeah,
were about
for
to say
sure.
something before, I think. Were you going to add something to the conversation?
What's that?
I got a sense that you were about to say
Yeah,
something
I think I
before.
cut you off, Keith. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no, no, no worries. No, I was just gonna say is it's like the point of going like the AI thing, and the other thing is too is it's like it unless you coach it to challenge you properly,
Yes.
it doesn't challenge your assumptions. So it's going to make you sound like you're the most intelligent person in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and even when you try to have it challenge you, it's still basing it off of what it knows, not what you coach it to do. So, you know, a lot of times people talk about using it for sales coaching and how to do objection handling. And I'm like, but it's not going to do that effectively if you don't teach it how you want to handle those objections. And if I got to teach it to do that, I might as well just teach people how to do that.
Well, that's the thing. AI, from my experience in the past few years, if we don't give a good history and give good guidance, even the writing side will have flaws. Why? Because
Right.
we are flawed. We make mistakes. It's not creative. We are creative. We're the ones with the imagination. It doesn't have that. Not even a conscience.
I should start a whole side business that's just basically telling people why their ideas suck because I am wrong.
I think we're going to bank billions with that one.
You're muted, John.
All right, so welcome back, everyone. You had a really good conversation. So if you miss out to connect with certain people here that you absolutely want to connect, don't worry. We'll put up a social media post around this event tomorrow. It's going to do a little summary of Mike's event, and we're going to tag everyone. So if you want to reach out to them personally, you can do so via LinkedIn. And if you absolutely enjoyed this week's Good Business Karma Network, I'll put the links here in the chat. And we have 3 events now. We have Mondays, Thursdays, and the other one Fridays, hosted by Chris Slipper. So if you happen to want to do more networking, this is the Friday one is also available. And having said that, if you know friends and entrepreneurs who think could find value in the Good Business Karma Network, please bring them in, add them to the chat, and add them to you send them the add event link rather, and feel free to invite them. And I want to leave the room open for promotions or introductions. Anybody want to raise your hand to invite people to events they want to attend? All right, go ahead, Chris.
So I just wanted to say, first of all, I see Mike's having an event tomorrow that I've gone to his events before, and they're great, and I learned a lot. So I highly recommend those. We have